Hi. 4X is a strategy genre built around four key principles: explore, expand, exploit, and exterminate. In these games, you lead a nation, faction, or spacefaring civilization through eras and generations, discovering new lands, growing in power, managing resources, and facing off against enemies. The term 4X was coined by Alan Emrich back in 1993, but the appeal of global management, whether through diplomacy, war, or technological advancement, remains timeless. Today, I'll talk about some of the most interesting new 4X titles that bring fresh ideas and boldly push the genre beyond the classics. Age of Wonders: Planetfall. This is one of the best examples of a successful blend between global strategy and hardcore tactical combat. Dividing planets into sectors lets you expand influence without overwhelming micromanagement. Regions are automatically connected by roads, which speeds up gameplay and cuts down on routine. The game's strategic depth comes from its unit modification system, limited resource usage, and unique faction abilities, from acid arrows to large-scale operations like orbital lasers. This creates a strong connection between planning on the world map and tactical execution. Fans of the series praise the game for its flawless tactical battle interface and its ability to balance global and tactical planning effectively. Humankind. An ambitious attempt to recreate the epic saga of civilizations, giving players the chance to shape their own historical identity by switching cultures over time. Instead of fixed nations, players start as Neolithic tribes and, as they advance through eras, choose from over 60 cultures to develop their tech, economy, and military. This system gives you the freedom to shape your campaign's focus, whether it's aggression, science, culture, or trade. Combat emphasizes terrain and unit positioning. Hills, forests, and rivers affect the outcome of battles, and the 3-turn combat phase before every truce adds intensity to each conflict. Multiplayer matches with up to 10 players turn every session into a vivid contest of tactical skill and diplomatic trickery. Old World. This game immerses you in the behind-the-scenes of ancient history, where the fate of nations is shaped not just by the sword but by dynastic intrigue. At its core is the management of ruling families. Each leader has unique traits, produces heirs, and eventually steps down, passing power to the next generation. The order system limits the number of actions per turn, forcing thoughtful choices between economic growth, research, and military campaigns. Dozens of events are generated based on dynasty traits, and you can construct wonders of the world. The gameplay blends classic 4X mechanics with elements of grand strategy. You build cities, research technologies through a card system, and engage in diplomacy with neighboring powers. For those who enjoy competition, multiple multiplayer modes are available. Dune: Spice Wars. This game takes you to the unforgiving sands of Arrakis, where spice, the key to power, is the most valuable resource. Players choose from 7 factions, from the noble Atreides to the cunning Harkonnens or the freedom-loving Freemen, each with a unique leader, special bonuses, and access to advisors who boost economic growth, espionage, and military campaigns. Resources include Solari, water, influence, and military strength. Capturing villages requires Solari, maintaining loyalty and water levels is vital, and scouts reveal desert secrets and potential discoveries. The game's standout feature is its revamped diplomacy system. Relationships are now binary, peace or conflict, and making peace or launching covert attacks requires power and influence, respectively. Galactic Civilizations IV offers a truly grand vision of space-based 4X strategy, throwing players into the heart of 24th century galactic expansion. The open universe is divided into multi-sector maps, which can be combined into one massive sector or split into themed regions, from barren asteroid fields to populated systems with politically unstable factions. Players take control of entire civilizations, explore hyperspace corridors, colonize new worlds, and form diplomatic alliances or rivalries with dozens of alien races. The game continues to evolve, regularly receiving new content and mechanics. With expanded civilization customization options and AI-generated content integration, it remains one of the most dynamic 4X strategies on the market. SpellForce, Conquest of Eo takes the fantasy series into full 4X strategy territory, where a mobile magic tower plays the central role. Instead of a traditional base, you travel across the map gathering gold, mana, and research points, capturing resource nodes, and upgrading your tower to unlock new unit types and structures within its influence. 3 unique archetypes: Necromancer, Alchemist, and Artificer. Each come with their own schools of magic and playstyles, making every playthrough feel fundamentally different. Tactical battles are compact and intense. Even the largest fights wrap up in about 15 real-time minutes, while still preserving a deep rock-paper-scissors system between unit types and spells. The game strikes a great balance between strategic planning and fine-tuned tactical micromanagement. Age of Wonders 4 brings the series back to its epic fantasy 4X roots, but with an incredible degree of player freedom. From the very beginning, you're given a powerful faction editor. Choosing your race, your warrior's physical appearance, cultural traits, and magical schools sets the tone for each campaign. The new system of cultural attributes lets you grant your custom people unique bonuses, from increased mana generation to economic perks and combat abilities. Through researching magical tomes and exploring dungeon-style discoveries, you unlock powerful spells and artifacts that directly affect your heroes and squads, transforming your battle tactics on the turn-based combat fields. A user-friendly interface allows for quick switching between empire-wide management and detailed micromanagement. Combined with high-quality visuals and animations, the game creates a truly enchanting atmosphere you'll want to immerse yourself in. Atre, History Untold, is a large-scale, turn-based grand strategy game that takes you from primitive tribes to starfaring empires on an alternate history world map. The game stands out for its simultaneous turn system. You hit end turn and immediately jump back into decision-making with no wait time, keeping things engaging throughout the campaign. The realistic world map includes changing weather conditions and natural disasters, requiring players to stay adaptable. Droughts, floods, and plagues can be just as dangerous as enemy armies. The developers have packed the game with detail. More than 40 unique leaders, each with their own goals and bonuses, a deep crafting system for building enhanced units and structures, and a variety of game modes. Sins of a Solar Empire 2 throws you into a ruthless race for dominance among the stars, blending the scale of grand strategy with the intensity of real-time gameplay. You start by commanding a small fleet, colonizing planets, building orbital stations, and expanding your economy to create a fearsome war machine. 3 distinct races offer different playstyles, from trade route development and diplomatic alliances to aggressive expansion through devastating assaults. Each race branches into unique subfactions with their own units and bonuses. Battles unfold on highly detailed maps where you'll maneuver between asteroid fields, defense platforms, and abandoned colonies. At any moment, conflicts can erupt over key systems, and your strategy depends on fast decision-making and real-time resource management. All this happens while you negotiate trade deals, weave diplomatic plots, and invest in rare technologies. ZEPHON presents a grim vision of a post-apocalyptic future where Earth lies in ruins after a war with aliens and surviving tribes battle over the scraps of civilization. Your goal is to unite the remnants under your rule, build new cities, and protect them with walls and cybernetic units from relentless mutant attacks. Exploring the shattered landscape uncovers lost technologies that help rebuild your economy and create unique units enhanced with implants and exoskeletons. The gameplay strikes a balance between tactical turn-based combat and global city development. Every decision, whether to expand your borders or forge alliances, directly impacts your empire's strength and your people's morale. Diplomatic congresses and trade pacts let you avoid open war, but you can be dragged into conflict at any moment, especially when resources run low. Co-op and competitive multiplayer modes give you the chance to either team up with friends against brutal foes or test your strategic skills against other players. Meier's Civilization VII continues the legacy of global strategy with tons of options for building unique empires. The era system has been completely overhauled. Now, the transition from ancient kingdoms to modern civilizations feels more significant thanks to new district types and infrastructure development mechanics. Units have been fully reworked. Every army and specialist has its own upgrade tree, letting you define your own approach to warfare and economics. Expanded multiplayer features, including local land sessions, turn every match into a true competition. However, the game received a lot of negative feedback on Steam due to its rough and clunky interface, stripped-down map settings, controversial changes to core mechanics, weak AI, technical issues, and a high price tag despite feeling unfinished. Players say the game was released too early and needs major improvements. Endless Space 2 takes you to a mysterious galaxy filled with the ruins of the ancient endless civilization and a powerful resource called dust, capable of reshaping history. From the first turns, players establish outposts in unexplored systems, investigate anomalies, and form alliances with new alien races, each offering unique abilities and diplomatic perks. Its layered development system includes choosing an era, growth paths, and leader classes, all of which affect your available tech, combat tactics, and economic boosts. The combat system blends pre-planned scenarios with real-time visuals, letting you focus on strategic fleet building and ship loadouts. Your hero, a single character with special powers and a skill tree, adds depth to exploration and interaction with key campaign events. Multiplayer for up to 8 players turns every session into a high-stakes battle of strategy and technology. Empires of the Undergrowth shrinks you down to the microscopic world of insects, where you must grow a powerful ant colony from the ground up. From digging the first chambers and gathering seeds to organizing battle squads against shadowy spiders and rival insects, the gameplay revolves around smart resource management and careful nest planning. A tech tree lets you unlock new types of tunnels and adaptations. Combat emphasizes tactical positioning and different roles. Fast-moving worker-gatherers can navigate tight corridors quickly, but only a few can survive encounters with armored beetles or venomous spiders. The game offers several modes: a step-by-step campaign with narrative elements, where you gradually unlock new ant species and adapt to different biomes, and a freeform sandbox mode where you can tweak environment settings and enemy aggression for custom challenges. Knights of Honor 2: Sovereign places you at the helm of a medieval kingdom in the heart of Europe, where every decision, from appointing cardinals and marshals to signing trade deals, shapes the fate of your realm. Strategically assigning court officials grants powerful bonuses. Diplomats forge alliances and secure rare goods. Spies uncover rival secrets, and skilled generals lead your armies to victory. Internal affairs demand constant attention. Balance taxes, religious construction, and cultural festivals to maintain loyalty and prevent rebellion. Modern real-time battle mechanics allow for massive clashes where unit quality and commander skill decide the outcome. Between wars, you'll grow your economy, trade with neighboring realms, and conduct diplomatic missions to expand your influence without drawing a sword. Beyond Astra, an upcoming title that invites you to lead a rising civilization on a mysterious planet filled with uncharted lands and hidden dangers. The game blends seamless transitions between city building, exploratory outposts, and epic space battles. You'll deploy surface colonies, build infrastructure, gather resources, and chart routes between stars. Each planet is uniquely handcrafted, ensuring no two campaigns feel the same. Expect procedurally generated biomes, exotic flora and fauna, and unpredictable events like ancient machines awakening or clashes with native tribes. Gameplay merges 4x city-building mechanics with RTS-style engagements. Construction is quick but demands thoughtful planning, while battles take place both in orbit and on the ground with full control over your squads. Atre, Dominance Wars. Here, you begin as a gifted seer leading a humble clan and gradually expand your domain, building cities, raising armies and spinning webs of intrigue. Every decision you make draws power from 4 elemental forces. Use mana to improve your people's prosperity, witchcraft to summon warrior avatars, knowledge to craft powerful artifacts, and destruction to wipe entire regions off the map. The game's unique world generator responds to your choices, reshaping landscapes and events to reflect the flavor of your magical focus. PvP and PvE modes combine real-time action with strategic pause, letting you carefully plan your moves while reacting swiftly to your enemy's schemes. Endless Legend 2 takes us back to a magical world where ocean tides reveal new lands and hidden relics of ancient civilizations. You'll choose from 18 unique factions. Turn-based movement on a hex grid map makes every decision count. You must plan around shifting tides, carefully place your cities, and anticipate how the terrain will change over the next few turns. Victory isn't limited to military conquest. Diplomacy, economic dominance, or strong cultural identity can all lead to different, meaningful outcomes. Multiplayer supports up to 6 players, fueling each session with competition and trade. And thanks to procedurally generated anomalies and narrative questlines, even veteran strategists will face fresh, unpredictable challenges. Each of these games embodies the spirit of 4X strategy in its own unique way. Whether you enjoy meticulously planning every move in turn-based battles or prefer the fast-paced tension of real-time decisions, there's something here for every kind of strategist. The Image Game Channel was with you. Have a nice day.